Cool. Okay, TRK, calm down. They're not obligated to like. Okay. Wow, you try to sneak in that last one. They're not obligated to like, not to sub, not to notification bell. TRK, what are you talking about? Are you just talking about general audience members to become moderators? TRK, there is a process. And TRK, in that process, you are in the very negative range right now. Did you see the community Discord post? Just a while back. I guess not. Fake Poe. TRK, it looked pretty correct to me. Are you trying to shame Sax because he drinks cherry coke? Okay, TRK. TRK, you're already starting off on a bad beginning. If Sax likes cherry coke, that's okay. Hello, Dean. The only bad Coke? Whoa, TRK, you've tried every Coke? Oh, whoa, where's the game sound? Did it get muted? Oh my gosh. Maybe it's the capture. Lawn mowing sim. That's fun. Yeah, let's see. Yeah? Huh. Yeah, I'm not getting audio either. Maybe there's a... One second, let me do this. Let's go bam. Volume mixer. Yeah, TF2 is good. It's just not producing audio. It's very interesting. Let's do a quick restart. You've tried every cocaine. Uh-oh. And I'm not giving you crap. I just was giving you advice a few streams ago in terms of just if you interact with streamers in general, you just gotta commit more to when you say I'm leaving, or else it starts to get desensitized. It's okay if you go away from the computer for a bit. It's alright. Okay, TRK, no need to keep track of my views. It's okay, TRK. Ooh, I might have to control-delete this. Oh! Yeah, it's not even called HL2.exe anymore, which is pretty cool. They updated it. TF_win64.exe. Alright, let's reboot this. Oh, okay. Okay. That was probably it. It was on Team Fortress 2. I hear sound now. TRK, what are you talking about? Just sit back, relax, and study. Your new semester started, TRK. Make sure you keep that a high priority. Doing well in school. Yeah, right, TRK. I think PJ and K Willie are going to play Highlander soon. And what alliance? Speaking of, there he is! TRK, what are you talking about, Strike? Here we go. Okay, was it a school project or was it, quote, a Highlander I cooked project? Quote, I cooked. TRK, how about desensitized? I think you're using that term more than Sax. Like, overused. Hold on, TRK. We gotta see the deck first. You haven't said as much, but back then you used to be like, I'm cooking! I was like, okay, TRK, I cooked! Okay, whoa! Classic Alliance. What are you talking about, TRK? Classic Alliance. They're not recognized by any country. Sorry. You know what, TRK? Here's recognition. Anyway. One second. I cooked. Overused. You know, TRK, technically Sax said that before you did. Are you gonna pay royalties to Sax? Huh? You gonna pay royalties to Sax, TRK? Huh? Huh? Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Sax has been kinda cooking. He's been winning quite a lot. Snore Sax? TRK, you know, Sax has been a lot more humble, so you know what? I will talk highly of his recent accomplishments. He's been doing pretty good this year. Okay. What, did he come up with Snorlax, Lady, and Venusaur? Wow! That's a great combo! Sax, are you gonna patent that combo? Where's the copyright, TRK, huh? Well, TRK, that just sounds like gatekeeping. TRK, Highlander is not about gatekeeping. If we're gonna gatekeep, that's like a community ban. That's a very serious thing. Okay, TRK. See, TRK, this is why we have the parole officers. TRK, you're getting out of hand. TRK, don't you have class in like a few hours? I think it's a good idea to go sleep. Wow, TRK, you're really pushing it. TRK, do you not remember who the parole officers are? Sax and Alex. You better watch out. I mean, if they show up in August as well, you know, TRK, you gotta be humble. They could beat you in Highlander. Oh yeah, I'm on a. Thank you, TRK. I'm on a direct game capture. So let me pause this. Yeah, you just hear the blocks falling. That's really funny. Let's see. Oh my gosh! There it is, TRK. TRK, what are you talking about? What? All caps? Are you okay? Oh, and the ad at the top? Okay, TRK, calm down. I didn't put the ad there. Oh, the server's loading. Say goodbye to Among Us, TRK. But guess what? It's just an ad. It's not the game. Didn't you know that, TRK? Oh, here we go again. I say again because you've probably seen, like, an ad for Among Us or something, and you thought it was the actual game. TRK, that's an ad. You can't play on the ad. As far as I know, there's no interactive ad. Oh my gosh. TRK, they're trying to trick you. They want your credit card or your parents' credit card number. TRK, don't cheat out your parents' bank account.
3, 2, 1. Mission begins in 60 seconds.
TRK, I think we should practice self-control, alright? You ready for this? I think for 1 week you should try not to say the words skibbity, Riz, and Ohio. Alright, TRK? Starting now. Don't say it, don't text it. That includes if you text it out and you don't hit send. Don't even type it. TRK, it's for your own good. It's good discipline.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like, TRK, I'm talking about... Okay, here's the exception. If you're taking some, like, world history tests this week, and it just happens to ask about a certain Midwestern state in the United States, and the answer has to be Ohio, there's your exception. Now, I don't expect any Netherlands well-established college to have a question to ask about Among Us or, quote, Riz pop up in this week. I don't expect it to pop up for Among Us, maybe in a few years for game design, but Riz? Yeah, maybe if it's like, name a stupid... name a... It's like a psychology test, and it's like, name a overused term, name a name an overused term said by people under 13. Okay, there's your answer. That can pop up this week if you're taking psychology. TRK, you're already failing the challenge. This is for your own good. Well, okay, you're not failing. You said Columbus. Okay. You didn't say Ohio. Okay, you know what? Okay, you didn't say any of the words. Okay. What do you mean you can't watch? I said, TRK, you can't say the words. But you know what, TRK? Excuse me. I think for your own health, you should probably avoid, quote, Skibbity Riz Ohio memes in general. For your own good. If you want to talk about Ohio, ask Alex about it. Just say, tell me about your home state, Alex. And he'll be like, okay, TRK, sure. And he'll tell you about some really cool places in Columbus. And he can tell you about cool places outside of Columbus.
Stand on the ball. Back your blood.
Yes, TRK, it is real. It's on the map. I've been to Columbus multiple times. Quite a few of us have been to Columbus in the community server. My mom has been to Columbus, Ohio. I know at least once. TRK, there's a lot of people that have been to Ohio that you know. Oh, that was a good kill. Kuda? Specs? PJ? There you go, TRK. PJ. He can vouch. He's been to Ohio multiple times. He's liked those trips too. So, you know, what would he say about that, TRK? It's real, and he had fun. What do you mean as a spectator? TRK, PJ entered Pokemon Internationals twice in Columbus. Also, TRK, you just said Ohio. You already broke the streak. See, TRK, that's why that video I just uploaded on the Discord I just sent seems pretty relevant, TRK. First day on the job, last day on the job, and you know, in an alternate timeline. It's doing good. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're calling for a reset? Alright, TRK, I'll give you one reset. Alright, here we go, starting now. You got 1 week, starting from right now. Oh! Good backstab. Nope, not for mod, for your own good. No, sorry, TRK. You're in the very low negative range for moderator consideration. Sorry, TRK. I mean, you probably hate to hear it, but technically Sax has a higher score than you do. Sax is like in neutral, but that is higher than you, TRK. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, TRK, there's no bribery. I said neutral, not plus. Neutral, like anyone, like a person by default, unless that person's already an awful person. That'd be like if Dale, you know, low tier god, joined my stream. He's already in the negative range because he's a really bad person. Meanwhile, LeVar Burton, aka Gordy on Star Trek Next Generation, aka the host of Reading Rainbow, he's in the very plus range. He is a very good human being. Ooh, good kill. I don't know. You know, you seem to be in the neutral range. We'll find out. How selfless are you? That's kind of like a trick question, because being selfless and having integrity is doing good deeds when no one's looking. So, you know, that's gonna be like a, you know, I hope you're selfless and you have integrity. You're not just donating to charity just to brag about it on Facebook. You're donating charity because you know it's the right thing to do to help people out. There you go! Charity, like, you know, like people that are sick, kids that are sick. Obviously, there's some charities out there that are scams. You gotta be educated. Keep your wits about you. Well, that already doesn't sound good. Ooh, nice. Good backstab. TRK, there are scam charities. It'd be like if you did a charity saying, I'm gonna help the sick, but all the money went into you buying like holographic energy cards for your Highlander deck. TRK, that's not a charity. That's very selfish and dishonest. Like, that is fraud. Charity scams are pretty awful. Think how awful of a human being you have to be to say, oh, we're gonna help people that need help, and then you take all the money and donations for yourself, like in general. That's really bad. Even taking like $1, that's already like, I mean, that's fraud. That's bad. I'm okay. I like never unbox crates. I always just craft. I've hardly left like stuff off the store. When I have, it's when I was gifted like a Steam gift card for Christmas. I already had like a backlog of games, so because like a lot of those really cool taunts, like the Pyro S'mores one, the Sniper Saxophone, Soldier drinking coffee, Engineer playing banjo, those are all community made. Well, the Saxophone Sniper one I think is from Valve, but you know, those community made ones, you know, a lot of that money goes to the people that made it, so that's really cool too. But also like buying taunts and showing Valve that, you know, you love this game and helping it, like, you know, basically voting with your wallet or like supporting with your wallet. Like a genuinely great game. It's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Now crates, that's your own risk. But the beauty about TF2 is you can like make basically any weapon from like crafting, and you can get it from trading and stuff. I like how there's a lot of options for sure. That's a good emote combo. There you go. Sniper playing saxophone. Hey, I like the hat. Crikey. You know, there you go. There you go. You don't have the airstrike. I'm pretty sure the wiki has the recipe for it. Oh yeah, it definitely does. If there's a crafting recipe, it's on Team Fortress Wiki. So I'm gonna try to backflank. Oh, hey. Oh nice. Oh, they got they have the back flank. Okay, I gotta let's slip them out. Pyro, and then Engineer, and then Spy. I mean, but all 9 of them are really cool. I enjoy playing as all 9 for sure. They're all really cool classes. What? Who are your top 3? Oh, nice. Yeah, they're all fun. That's awesome. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I was wondering if Soldier is one of your favorites. You're talking about, you know, you're talking about the airstrike and stuff. It's a pretty cool weapon. What level? You mean casual level? 138. I play a lot of Uncletopia though. That's my default, is Uncletopia Chicago 1 twice a week. So I haven't played a lot of casual as of the last few years. I did it a while back when there was that 64-bit update and there weren't bots. I don't know if there's still no bots or they finally came back, but that was pretty interesting. That was pretty cool to play casual without bots. But even with that, I still love Uncletopia servers in general. Uh-oh. Oh, what do you mean? Yeah, the Chicago one is like almost always full all the time, and it tends to have a lot of mid to top level players. I've encountered quite a few competitive players on here, which is really cool. I play RGL Highlander PUGs every now and then, and it's a good way to practice when those aren't around. So it's a great like form of practice for sure in general. Yeah, when PUGs aren't happening, it's a great option. This is a great option in general for practice. Oh, see, here's my thing. There's no such thing as a tryhard. It's in the game. Like that spy that just killed me, they got me. We're playing. There's an objective. We're playing. I think the mindset of calling someone a tryhard, you're being dismissive towards like their skill and like what they are doing in the game to win. So. But the skill ceiling on Uncletopia servers tend to be pretty high. Like in terms of like the player base skill, like I said, it tends to be like mid to top level on average. Yeah, well, I mean, people use the term to try to like write off why they like got killed or outplayed, but that's what happened. Like that spy that killed me, he got me. Like good on them. I'm gonna try to improve. Speaking of, that might be the same spy. I think that mindset definitely helped me a lot in college too. I'm not going to call the straight A students tryhards. In fact, I'm the one that has to do well in the test. No one else is going to help me in general, so I'm going to, do my best. You walk around aimlessly. Like, is that your objective, or like you're trying to figure out the maps and like controls and stuff? Ooh, good shot. Oh, that was a good flank. Yeah, great flank by this scout. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, there are community servers that, like, have more of that playstyle in mind. It's just, yeah, Uncletopia is going to have quite a bit of competitive players show up on average. Like I said, when PUGs aren't happening, these tend to be the servers where competitive players will go when PUGs aren't happening, like, in general, so... But yeah, playing against like really strong players can help you get good really fast, for sure. As long as you like value humility and improvement. But I say that you can play against anyone at like any skill level. Like playing against at any skill level, there's always things you can improve at. But yeah, definitely like when you're playing against mid to top level players a lot, you can definitely like really practice against a lot of like honed techniques. For example, if you're you like soldier a lot. Playing on Uncletopia, I'm sure you've encountered pyros that are really good at reflecting rockets. But that makes you better because you're like, okay, I gotta delay my rocket now because this pyro's really good at reflecting. I think TRK said, well, I don't know if TRK is still around. He loves keeping track of that. Last time I checked, it was like 249. But it's all good. Never, I always tell people, don't feel obligated to subscribe. Don't feel obligated to like. Hopefully you're just having a good time. Hanging out, watching, crack open a LaCroix, cherry lime, Sprite. If you drink Sprite, I haven't had soda since early 2012, but if you like Sprite, go for it. There you go. Oh, that's very kind of you. It's okay. I think it's unhealthy to have like an entitlement. I deserve subs. Man, that's a bad mindset. People are very kind. People have been very kind. I basically started streaming a year ago. And the motivation really was, over the years, I've just had people tell me they liked watching me play competitive games like Smash Brothers Melee or Pokemon Showdown. And when they say they liked watching me play or they wanted to watch my matches, I was like, oh, I could just stream me practicing. And made a schedule, and here you go. TF2 Thursdays.
Mission begins.
No. I like that rephrase. That's funny. Yeah, I don't want anyone to ever feel obligated, but okay, you're crafty. That's a good rewrite. Go in the back. Yeah, I've actually... I think I've gone in like once. It is a funny exploit. It looks harder than it is, but you can do like a crouch jump.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's here, let me try scout.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's like a... There it is. See, that's not even an exploit. Oh my gosh. So I've never been in here. I've seen people go in here all the time, and my mind was thinking maybe I've clipped a bit, but I've never been in there. Yeah, that's a cool secret. I never knew about that. That's awesome. Man, this map's been around for a few years. Yeah, I never knew that. That's a cool surprise. Ooh, good backstab. That is so funny that I am so used to clipping exploits in this game, in the respawn areas, that my mind just thought people were exploiting like a clip through. But the fact that that was intentional, that's really cool. Yeah, the Uber. Defensive Ubers are pretty good. That's one thing I learned in competitive is, you know, I think a lot of medic players, when they start playing, it's like, oh, right, when you get Uber, use it. But, you know, once I started playing competitive, I learned that, especially like on defense, like right now, they're holding this choke point. Like this tunnel is a choke point. And so medic players will hold out with Uber for basically as long as possible on average. Because imagine this, we're finally, like, let's say we finally break through the tunnel, and then bam, here's an Uber around the corner. That's really good in terms of defense, like in general. So I liked learning about that. I thought that was cool. I like the constant risk and reward. Speaking of, I like the constant risk and reward of medic and Uber, because the longer you hold Uber, you are at risk of getting backstabbed or like sniped. And that's, you know, another factor of why it's the Pyro's job to protect the medic and the combo. You know, all these classes are out to kill the medic. He basically is the top of the kill priority chart, like on average, so. Like, if TF2 was like Monopoly and there was a chance card that said kill one class on the opposing team, and there was one of each class, on average, medic would like be picked the most. And so yeah, it's the Pyro's job to protect the medic and the combo for sure. Yeah, reset a choke point, exactly. And I'm not trying to make fun of Overwatch, but in comparison, you know, basically everyone has an Uber in Overwatch with ultimates. And in Overwatch, you maintain your ultimate on death. And that is their design choice, but there is a cool merit to how Uber charges. Once you're dead, it's gone. Very big risk reward, but that's TF2's design in general. It's all about that risk reward. It's in the DNA of TF2. Speaking of, I chose to commit forward, and I didn't turn around. There you go. But even if I did turn around, that spy could take their own risk and try to, like, you know, sidestab or something. That's another thing you get on Uncletopia. There's a lot of good spy mains, which is good. It helps me get better as a Pyro main. Because when I play those RGL pugs, like RGL pugs just means who's ever in the competitive server can pick up and play. I mean, depending if it's like team captain or randomizer, but yeah, you definitely can play just against like top of the top level players there. But again, I think that's a good thing. So, and some of those like top level spy players, like the very good spy players, they have all these crafty ways to get out after a kill, and they'll try to outplay you as a pyro player. It's pretty cool to see. You gotta, stay on your toes. Like right here, a spy could try to like jump over the staircase. You gotta be vigilant and careful about that stuff. Yeah, I'm not trying to like... I don't know much about Overwatch 2. I stopped playing in 2020. Like summer 2020, I stopped playing Overwatch. And I'm gonna be honest, like I don't know too much about Overwatch 2. I know that they maintained the ultimate system, but at design-wise, I've talked to my friend Lasagna about this. Overwatch Ultimates were also kind of a marketing thing. I mean, when they're advertising what is a TF2 ripoff, and I don't mean that to undermine the game. Like, the designers, right when the game was coming out, said, oh, like Jeff Kaplan and them were like, we played on a TF2 server for years. And that's a flattering compliment to Valve. TF2 is so good that, those devs were like, we want to make our own version of it. Anyway, the marketing part is, like early in Overwatch's PR, their press release, there was a sit down at like a BlizzCon, and some of the devs said they had their own committed like TF2 server, and so they took like the fun they had there and they wanted to make a game, like their own game from it. Anyway, I think the ultimate thing is definitely a big, well, speaking of PR, it's a big PR thing, because Overwatch has a lot of similarities to League of Legends as well, and so when you're PR marketing to try to do like a very broad demographic, part of that advertising is, look at these big ultimates you can do. Every character can do these big, crazy ultimate. That can sell copies. You see Junkrat's Riptire, you see Soldier 76's Scan Visor, and people will be like, I want to do that, right? And so part of that is by catering to that audience is they're like, okay, you don't lose your Uber when you die, or you don't lose your ultimate when you die. Because, I feel like maybe they were worried about new players dying a lot and not being able to use their ultimates as much. So that's kind of like the trade-off, is the characters will now maintain their ultimates. And so the game revolves around kind of keeping track of ultimate timers. But in this game, if the medic dies, there goes the Uber, Very high risk, high reward. And so, like I said, it's my job as the pyro to really protect our medic and our combos so that, we can have our Uber, we can have our heals. Speaking of, quick spy check. Let's do that again. Oh, pyro check. Oh, really? Man, I'm not against ultimates. I can kind of see the roots of it definitely being like a... Okay, you know how Skyrim, and I love Skyrim. Skyrim, definitely... I don't think they did this PR-wise. I don't think it was like a PR stunt. But Skyrim is definitely can be seen as like an easy, like power god playthrough. Like, you're Dragonborn, and you can do all these powers pretty early in the game on average. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that can be part of Skyrim's appeal, was that you're very powerful early on. And so that there can be a market for that. And again, I love Skyrim. Especially compared to the Elder Scrolls 1 to 4. And I think Overwatch has a similar thing, but I think it's more intentional. I actually think Overwatch intentionally wanted to cater to big, easy, powerful moves with the ultimates, because that's gonna sell copies. Like, oh yeah, even if you die, you get to use these game-altering ultimates. So, Bustro Da. My favorite game of all time is Yoshi's Island. I think it's one of the greatest games of all time. I think it's one of the greatest pieces of artwork of all time. We're talking Mona Lisa levels of art. Like, they need to put Yoshi's Island in the Smithsonian. Oh yeah, it is one of the greatest pieces of art for sure. Right? It's crazy good. I like Yoshi's Island DS too. I really hope that they do what they did with Donkey Kong Country Returns, but for Yoshi's Island. They brought back David Wise as the composer. They should make another Yoshi's Island game and have Koji Kondo come back. I know Koji Kondo's around retirement age, but pay that man pretty well. I mean, he deserves it for all the work he's done on Mario, Zelda, Yoshi games in general. But give Koji Kondo a pretty big check and have him do another Yoshi game. I think that would be killer. Like, imagine if they got the Mario Wonder staff to make a new Yoshi's Island game and they got Koji Kondo as the composer. Like, Mario Wonder already had elements of, like, touch fuzzy, get dizzy. They could do it. They could use the same engine. Oh, really? See, I believe you. I know there's the joke of, my uncle works for Nintendo. But yeah, I believe you. David Wise is an awesome guy. I recently talked to him a few months ago. We interact on Twitter every now and then. Very kind of him. He, I know a while back he followed me, and I was like, oh, that's very kind of you. And I followed him, and we were just messaging a few months ago, and I was just telling him, dude, he's a very humble guy. Like, super humble. And he's the type of guy where I don't think he hears enough of how influential his work is in general. So I messaged him. I'm like, man, you really are one of the greatest composers of all time. And I'm saying that because, like, so I compose music too, and I'm like, genuinely, you have left such a huge impact, not on just the video game industry, but like art itself, humanity itself. Do you know how many articles talk about how good aquatic ambience is alone? So yeah, I had to make sure to let him know. I was like, dude, like, and I think more people should do that. I think when you recognize that someone is very talented but also humble, let them know. Now, boundaries are important. David Wise what I'm also reiterating is, I made sure the message was professional, stuff like that. You have to kind of gauge the dynamic, right? And I definitely, you want to treat David Wise as a professional. I mean, unless you're like, obviously people like Grant Kirkhope that he's worked for a long time. They're literally like old coworkers and drinking buddies. But to me, it's just like, hello, I'd like to let you know, you've really done an amazing job for decades. And I want you to, I hope you realize, like, how impactful that is for a lot of people. And he replied, and he said, like, basically that means a lot and stuff. Yeah, David Wise is a great person. Oh, you want to, oh, sure. So actually, this YouTube channel has most of my music, but I think my Bandcamp is in the description. Let me check. It might be in this description right now, but if my YouTube channel, there is a section, like the playlist section, that has most of my compositions. The rest of my compositions I've uploaded are on my Bandcamp. Let's see. Description. Okay, there's a link to the Eagle's Perch, and then at the bottom of the Eagle's Perch, here, I'll just show you. Bloopy. Let's go to the Eagle's Perch. Let's quickly open up this tab. Hey, how's it going? What is up? Okay, so this is my website. If you go here, actually, it's literally on the homepage. Scroll down a bit, and this right here is the Bandcamp page, and then there you go. So, I'm really not a big self-promoter type, but I'm happy to answer your question here.
Prepare to compete in 10 seconds.
But yeah, David Wise and Koji Kondo. I want you to think. Yoshi and Donkey Kong. They had some of the best composers work for their series ever. Now here's the pitch. You ready for this? I'm talking to Nintendo. Here we are. We're at the business meeting. They're in suits, right? And I'm like, all right. Yoshi and Donkey Kong RPG, composed by Koji Kondo and David Wise. We have the budget. It's Nintendo. Let's do it. There you go. Do you think the world could handle that soundtrack? A David Wise, Koji Kondo, Donkey Kong and Yoshi soundtrack? Oh my gosh. We're talking Sticker Brush Symphony and the cave theme from Yoshi's Island in the same game. Potentially. Yeah, the world goes on red alert. Spotify shuts down.
We have captured the control point.
I think there would be some red alerts. The Yoshi DK RPG with David Wise and Koji Kondo on the soundtrack. Oh my gosh. Oh, what is that? An intermission? Oh my gosh, what am I? What? What? What are we talking about here? Oh, wait, we're talking about one of the greatest games of all time? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Yeah, that one track alone. There you go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The NBA is almost over, but they're trying to get those ads out, you know. Who are you rooting for in the finals? Woo! What a good song. You know what else is really good about Yoshi's Island and Donkey Kong Country? It understood how to do a good, serious overtone. And so many environments. And I'm not against, good shot, I'm not against, like, Yoshi's story being a lot more uplifted. I like Yoshi's story soundtrack. But stuff like this, and then you get to World 6, and basically every level music is either the castle theme or this. It's good. They knew when to really, like, dial up the serious tone. I felt respected as a player. I was a little kid when I first played this game. I felt so respected because they put so much heart into it. I do like Pokemon. Yeah, I have a custom trading card game format. We do 2 monthlies each month, online and in person. So our community is really big on Showdown and the trading card game. My favorite Pokemon is Venusaur. Top 3, Venusaur, Palkia, Machamp. Bulbasaur and Ivysaur are the 1.5s. So who are your top 3? Good question. I like Showdown and the TCG. Now, that's the thing. I said Showdown. I do think the last 2 versions, there's been a lot of things that haven't been good in terms of, quote, gameplay. I think the artists are doing a good job. I think the Pokemon in Gen 8 and 9 are really good. So I think the artists are giving their hardest in general. But anyway, props to Smogon. You know, they're keeping up with the grassroots competitive scene. They have a national dex format. No, that's cool. So, yeah, King K. Rool's awesome. Here's hoping that he's in the next Mario Kart. Okay, there you go. Garchomp, Croagunk. Yeah, both have really cool designs. Both are playable in Pokken, so I'm sure you're happy. Okay, well, I played from one legendary series. We gotta play from the other.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, control point.
Oh my gosh, what is this? Golurk? Yeah, I mean, I love how many people relate Golurk to the Iron Giant, which is a huge compliment. Shoutouts to James Turner, another guy I have interacted on Twitter a few times. Super kind guy. He's the creator of Golurk, Mandibuzz, Vanillux, Ice-Cube. And you know what's cool about him? He started out on the dev team that made Pokemon XD. And he's from Great Britain. You know how cool it is that they were like, oh, this British developer on our spin-off game is so good, we're gonna have him design Pokemon for the mainline series. That's really cool. Hey, there you go. And I'm saying that because, like, you know, Nintendo tends to be very Japanese focused, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but there are so many talented designers out there that aren't in Japan that giving them a chance, like James Turner, like David Wise, is huge. Retro Studios, you know, this studio in Texas made the first 3D Metroid game, and then they made a killer trilogy out of it. Some of the best games ever made. I think Nintendo should take that leap of faith a bit more with competent devs outside of Japan. And I'm not saying less Japan, no. You know, keep making Zelda and Mario, you know. But man, how many times have they just struck gold with devs like this, you know? No, but I am a big Potemkin fan. I main T-Hawk and second Zangief in every every game they're in, like every Street Fighter they're in. And when I saw Potemkin in the latest game, one, I didn't really know much about Guilty Gear until Strive. I did go to FGC events since 2011, but I didn't really know much about Guilty Gear until Strive. I'm like, holy crap, this character's design is amazing, and the way he plays is awesome. Just like in general, so definitely a big Potemkin fan. Okay, I am a big fan of just like really cool idle stances, because you got 12 from Street Fighter 3 who's like this, you got T-Hawk who's like this, you got Zangief who's like this, and then Potemkin is like this, and then every now and then he goes. That's so cool. There's so much heart that goes into good idle stances like those characters. Yeah, I main 12 in Street Fighter 3. That game does not have T-Hawk or Zangief, sadly, but I do like 12, so. I like that 12's walk goes under Hadoukens. I think that's awesome. That's basically a passive trait. Well, I remember the first time I heard about Potemkin's command grab was when Strive like just came out, and I was at a Super Smash Bros. Melee event, and someone told me that, like, oh, have you played Guilty Gear? And they were telling me about Potemkin, and they told me that his command grab, yeah, does about like half your health. I was like, a little over 1/3. And I was like, wait, like vanilla Street Fighter 2 Zangief? And, you know, the guy was like, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, we've hardly ever seen a command grab do as much damage as vanilla Street Fighter 2 SPD. So when I heard about that, I was like, holy crap. And then you see Snake Eyes just do so well with him. And it's awesome. Like, he brought over his Zangief experience, his overall grappler experience to Guilty Gear, and just did very well. I know he doesn't really play much anymore. You know, he's big on Street Fighter 6, but he did pretty well for if that's his career, like all around. Oh, I haven't seen his arm cross taunt. I'll have to look into that. Which characters chip? I kind of recognize like every playable character, but I don't know all of them by name. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, let me just get a quick reference. Sometimes I forget I can literally just do this. Oh! Okay, this guy, yeah. Yeah, he seems pretty cool. What's his archetype? Like, you know, Potemkin's a grappler. Yeah, I don't really know that character's archetype. Glass Cannon Rushdown, gotcha. What's so interesting is how different that can be. Like, that archetype can go into many different forms. Because think about Glass Cannon Rushdown, I'm thinking of Yun, Yang, and Cammy, who all play pretty different. Obviously, Yun and Yang play pretty similar compared to Cammy, but do you think this character plays closer to Cammy or like Yun and Yang? That sounds kind of similar to Yun and Yang. I'm thinking like Street Fighter 4 Yun and Yang, where they're looking for one like neutral opener, and then they like FADC or dash punch, try to go into their ultras or, you know, their install supers. Another definitely. Excuse me, my second favorite character in Guilty Gear. I'm a big fan of, like, for what I've learned in Guilty Gear, so I'm a big fan of Faust, and I think it's really cool that I guess in the last game, you know, he's kind of a quirky, goofy character, and then the fact that he just went to, like, they dialed his tone to, like, be, like, very scary, but he still got some, like, goofy quirks, I think that's really cool. Yeah, I think False is he seems like a really cool character, and for what I've gathered, I've heard of like other Guilty Gear players. It definitely, I guess, threw the community off in general when they did that tone shift for False's character, but he seems pretty cool. Oh, hey. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. Best character? He seems pretty cool. And I don't just mean in the latest version. I kind of looked back in False history. I think that's just an interesting timeline in terms of, like, character progression. Like, I know that he had like an Evo trailer for Strive, and when they showed him off in the trailer, I remember like the crowd reaction. People were like, "Whoa!" You know, like because the complete tone shift from the last game. Yeah, what you just talked about. I think it was Frosty Faustings. Man, yeah, I want to hear the behind the scenes. Who made that decision? That's a cool decision, and again, it's not that Faust before Strive wasn't cool. Like, he was an interesting character, but that is a cool decision. Oh, Pogo. I don't know too, like, was that one of his special moves? They just get rid of it? Oh my gosh, that's nuts. I'm a big fan of stuff like that. Like hurt boxes, which by the way, I have noticed that the term hitbox or hurt box is severely underused. And I just mean that as in like, I hope people can like be educated to help them out. Because I've noticed there's some conversations they'll talk about Faust and they'll say, oh, his hitbox changes, but they're like kind of struggling to say, oh, hitbox as in his character model, not his moves. But like that's what the term hurtbox is. And what I mean by that is, I just think there's a lot of conversations that haven't happened that could about what you just said, like how cool it is when a character changes their hurtbox. Like 12. You know, when 12 starts walking his hurtbox, he goes very horizontal. There was in Melee, in Smash Brothers Melee, DK's tie was a hurtbox. So you could literally grab DK by the tie and it would count. Or on stages like Battlefield that had a wind effect, DK's tie would blow in the wind. So technically his hurtbox was flying, including like the Z scale, the Z 3D plane. Yeah, I think just talking about hurt boxes is underrated. There's just a lot to be had about just talking about hurt boxes. I mean, as a T-Hawk main, you actually had to like understand quite a few things about hurt boxes because you do your light Mexican Typhoon, and T-Hawk is known to have some of the best Oki in all of fighting games, just throughout his history. Light Typhoon, you're right in front of him. So you do the flick, you do the Oki where you jump over them, the cross-up body splash, but characters have different hurt boxes. So a character like Sakura, you know, her hurt box is a lot smaller than like Zangief's. And so you actually have to like alter your timing a bit, like in general. And I love stuff like that. T-Hawk himself, when T-Hawk crouches, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was in Street Fighter 4, when T-Hawk crouches, his hurt box goes out a bit, like it spans out a bit. And you're playing against Ken or Akuma, where they want to do like Tatsumaki loops, and you got to be careful. Oh, I don't really know much about that. But Rage Oki. Woo! I'm thinking of Smash Ultimate. I'm thinking of Bowser gets you on knockdown and he has Rage. And he's running after you. The Rage Oki. Is he gonna grab? Is he gonna forward tilt? Oh, see, yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now available for capture. Alert. The control point is being contested. We have lost control point.
See, when I hear that, I think of Yoga Catastrophe. But that was an ultra combo. You know, that's like that's like the mechanic other super combo for Dhalsim. So you gotta have like, well, rage meter for that. So, but is this move like a, excuse me, like a just a regular special move? Does it last as long as Yoga Catastrophe? Oh, oh wow. Yeah, I don't know too much about like Guilty Gear's like landscape to tell you like if that's overpowered or balanced, so low frame data. My mindset is, you know, like I mentioned earlier, it's in the game. I've kind of had that mindset since middle school. In fact, I think Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the combo of competitive Brawl into competitive Street Fighter 4 really helped me hone my competitive discipline that I have to this day. And that is about valuing patience, valuing humility, and valuing the fact that someone can complain all they want, but it's in the game, and your opponent can keep using it. You as a player are gonna have to adjust. Now I know there's like balance patches, and that's its own argument, but in terms of being like a realist competitor, yeah, Brawl into Street Fighter 4 really helps me. So rather than me complain about Blanca or Akuma, which are pretty hard matchups for T-Hawk, I was like, what can I do? What in my power can I do to get better? You know, crouching jab. You can do that against Blanca. Very hard matchup, but I liked it. I liked T-Hawk versus Blanca. Often considered the hardest matchup in Street Fighter 4. Like harder than. Well, it started with Super Street Fighter 4. I know in Vanilla there was debates about like Zangief versus Sagat. I'd have to look more into that matchup, but I definitely know Super on T-Hawk versus Blanca was considered like the hardest matchup in the game. And that's not because of like Blanca's over dominant, and that's not because of like, oh, T-Hawk's like not good. Both characters are pretty good. It's just that it just happens to be that the way both characters were designed in terms of strengths and weaknesses. You know, T-Hawk, one of his big strengths is great pokes in general, amazing Oki, fast command grabs, but Blanca's strengths, the Blanca ball, Rainbow ball, can outbeat T-Hawk's pokes a lot of the time, like on average. Electricity can beat a lot of the Oki setups on average. And even if T-Hawk gets a command grab, yeah, you can wake up Electricity, wake up Blanca ball, Rainbow ball. So that's a fascinating matchup. I love talking about it because me, instead of being like, this is stupid, the Blanca player's a scrub, no skill, I'm like, oh, I can pick whoever I want. I can change characters. If I want to play as T-Hawk, So, you know, I liked the whole, like, just keep trying to improve in that matchup. I think I've heard something interesting about that with Guilty Gear. I think that's actually a good way to balance games. So I have my own custom Pokemon format called Highlander, and it's based off of, well, TF2 Highlander. It's based off of Project M, you know, Super Smash Bros. Project M. And Project M's approach was, you know, they rebalanced the game from Melee and Brawl to make every character, like, strong. Like, they're after making every character strong, based off of competitive data from those games. And I did that similar approach for my Pokemon format. And actually, that sounds like Guilty Gear does a similar thing, where my goal is to make every fully evolved Pokemon strong. And so what happens is every fully evolved Pokemon has their own game plan. They have their own strengths of execution. And the Highlander part from TF2, in TF2 Highlander, there's only one of each class. So in my format, there's only one of each fully evolved Pokemon you can run. So you can't just run for Machamp and try to brute force with, like, Takeout. You can run one Machamp with Takeout, but now you're going to run, like, Metagross, Lumineon, Donphan, and try to use their strengths with Machamps, you know, work as a team. And yeah, Guilty Gear, from what I've seen, is very similar. Which is interesting, because, you know, you look at, like, a good May player, and people are like, oh, May's Dolphin is broken. Oh, Potemkin's Command Grab is broken. But that's the intent, is every character is designed to have really great, unique strengths. I think that's cool. So.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been fun. You know, we do monthlies, you know, twice a month. The game has definitely, like, evolved pretty well, thanks to the community players in general. There's a lot of cool decks. I know it's a good sign when my competitive landscape has, like, never had, like, a super dominant deck. So that's, like, a really good sign that I've always kept into remark. Yeah, I've done a lot of patches. I do an update every month on the website. But yeah, we've, like, never had, like, an ultra dominant, like, deck, which is, yeah, I think that's a great sign. So. Oh yeah, have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you around. I do play Street Fighter every Friday. I will be playing that tomorrow. There is Friday Night Mugen as well. Don't ever feel obligated, but yeah. See you around, for sure. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah, if you want, there is a community Discord. We talk about, well, this game, fighting games, Super Smash Brothers, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! There you go. But yeah, again, don't feel obligated. Glad to have you around. Have a good one. Ooh, good shot. Okay, cool. Good charge. Good shot by our sniper. Good flank. Good kill.
He has received additional time.
Better. Good Uber. Nice retreat. Oh, but man, their soldier pursued our medic pretty well. Huh. Pretty nuts. Yeah, I think both players played pretty well there. I thought they were like aiming from the top of the platform, so I tried to like stand still to mix up, but yeah, right behind me. That was pretty good. Great spy choking in general. Oh, that's a good choke point. Nice. That's a pretty bold sniper spot, but good on there. I mean, yeah, if you can peek in and get it like a pick or two, like on a medic and engineer, that can be really strong.
There's more where that came from.
I love the shoulder ball.
Lisa, settle up, boys. Let's do this.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the car!
I was trying to get him to say, "Ooh, job well done." I guess the soldier that shot that rocket to our guys.
Building a section. Backing up. Go on, get.
That was pretty violent. Our poor scout. I, J, K, L. You want to finish the alphabet? Up to you. I'll be right back. My gosh. The text appeared out of nowhere. Ba ba da ba ba. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba ba. Hello. Bonjour. Where's Kervis, bro? Bonjour, bonjour. Don't feel obligated to chug Kervis, bro. I did say bonjour, so maybe you'll just pop up now in like the next 5 minutes. Oh, the fast shit. Well, now I'm back, so the text has not disappeared. Just a, you know, small delay, but that's okay. The text wanted to hang out for a bit. I just realized the demo man's phrase there is literally quoting Highlander. Which definitely... Ooh, actually, I don't know what came first, the Highlander or TF2 Highlander format. That's what it's going to be. It's pretty close.
Mission begins in 60 seconds. Mission begins in 30 seconds. Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get to the car!
Those are great. That second rocket, the angle is killer. Definitely like really tough to apply. Those are good adaptations. I think that was a like one or multiple. Like looked like at least like half, around like half and half. Could have actually just been one bomb. The more I think about it, could have been one bomb. That's what it looked like at first. I'm like, oh, this could be a full shot. Probably one bomb. Good one, man. I gotta get killed there. And that might be the same spot that killed the demo man. Looks like they're doing some pretty great timing plays. Going towards this last point. That's a good point. Turbine Winter. Oh right, that wasn't that. In the holiday.
Competition begins in 30 seconds. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mission begins in 60 seconds.
I'm moving this.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
I must be drunk.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Defend our castle.
Great second round. Whoa. That lead shot. Second round.
Attention!
Good kill. That was a good reaction, doing that dead ringer sound. I think that's the slide with the dead ringer. Melee kill.
Teleporter coming right up. Teleporter coming right up. I'm moving this. There wasn't any light. Going up.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Dispenser going up.
Yeah, I gotta write that song down. I'll definitely be adding that to the JSpot list after this podcast.
Backing up. That was getting heavy. Sentry, go. Fire. Oh. Oh. Sentry going up. Sentry down.
Our sniper looks like he saved the teleport with the last second.
It just ain't right.
I'm gonna build a level 2. We're technically a level 1 about.
Building the sentry.
Drop it. This.
I'm moving this.
Make some progress forward, so let's try to do this.
I'm away. I'm away.
seconds.
This vents are going up.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm done. I was just getting warmed up.
Competition begins in 30 seconds. Competition begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mission begins in 60 seconds. Mission begins in 30 seconds. Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Defend our coast.
You will stand next to that murder. I will stand you next to that murder.
I like this. I like how fast the rate built with like one crit rocket. I think it's pretty balanced, the banners, because you can fill it up so fast and get crits like that. But on average, it can take a bit, but I like that in this video. And I mean, all three of the banners can just be really strong, because it's an AoE buff to your team.
Teleporter coming right up.
That was a funny kill. The flare and then the fall damage. It looked like a pyro and I guess maybe it was a demo man. The explosion got him to fall off. There might have been a scout that ran up from behind. from, but it looks like a metal badge, like a building. That's funny. That's like, Jesus, I don't think I've ever done that. Backstab someone that just threw, so it still says critical hit. Yeah, you don't.
Many thanks.
Al Pacino is a cool name. I don't know what that avatar is. Oh, is that Michael Scott? Really, I think that might be the first Michael Scott avatar I've ever seen. It's surprising. Very popular. He's one of the most popular characters. Kill.
Get to the bomb cart!
Incoming!
The cart is nearing a checkpoint. Mission ends in 60 seconds.
Detonator and flamethrower and power check. Excuse me. I didn't really catch the names, but the design seemed cool.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Victory. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get to the car!
cart is supposed to move forward! Why is the cart not moving?
Oh, that's so smart. Oh my gosh. That was great.
Mission ends in 60 seconds. Mission ends in 30 seconds.
You gonna knife the sentry? Nice. I don't know if they landed it, but I like the idea. I hardly do that. Gosh, I can't remember the last time I did sap and then knife instead of using the revolver. It'd be like a time. Have I ever done it? I think I always go to revolver if I want to do damage. But I mean, that's definitely a cool option. They get hit by Fan of War. Yeah, for a second I was like, oh, I wonder why I'm marked for death. But yeah, Fan of War. I was like, yeah, I don't have any weapon changes. It'd be like the older gloves are running urgently. That's fine.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Yeah, it's been like a long time since I got hit by Fan of War. It's a cool weapon. Honestly, I keep thinking about it, and like, I don't think I've ever been hit by Fan of War. Like, I'm really thinking back, I don't think I've ever been hit by it. That's why that icon kind of threw me off. I've seen the Marked for Death icon before, but yeah, it's like I've been really thinking back, and I don't think I've ever been hit by Fan of War. Cool weapon, I like it for sure. Rockets. Oh, sure. It's good. They like purposely mixing up their timing well, so let's see. Like bait out, reflex, and punish and stuff. Also, their strafing was really good against like you trying to line up a strict player. And yes, holding your ground is good. Like with the timer here on both sides, yeah, that's a good point.
Ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elephant time. We have secured. Control point enabled. Our control point is being captured. The control point has been contested.
Nice.
We have lost the control point.
Fire! 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 Teleporter coming right up.
It's a cool concept. Simple swords concept. I never seen that. At least up close. I'm sure it's been used on a heavy that played with or against. But probably not played with, because I would have said, oh, that's cool, seeing it on the... I would have seen it from a kill cam or something. My first time seeing it from a point of view. Kill cam, I'm at point of view.
Moving out.
Definitely my first time seeing it, but I might have played against the heavy. Or with the heavy that had it.
60 seconds.
A good kill. Excuse me, that sniper's doing well. Like this round is doing pretty well. I can definitely verify this one is pretty well. Good sideline control. Taking me twice a minute.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Idiot! Get on the point!
4, 3, 2, 1. Alert. The control point has been captured. Victory.
Get on the point, Dummkopf!
Another cool super good up. I've seen them on here quite a few times. In fact, they're basically here.
Control point enabled. Get going.
Good. Another pretty good soldiers. Pretty good player overall.
Get on the point, spy hunt! Ready to charge!
Good trap.
The control point has been contested. We have lost the control point.
good point.
Get on the point, Dummkopf!
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
I am charged!
Mission ends in 30 seconds. Mission ends in 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Alert. The control overtime.
Oh, hey, good Haley for the medic. Alright, this will be my last step for tonight.
Commence team scramble. Now.
Excellent. Sentry going up. Sentry going up.
Mission ends in 60 seconds. Mission ends in 30 seconds. Ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You failed.
Teleporter coming right up. Sentry. Building the sentry.
Point is now available for capture of Earth. All to be contested. We have
Probably like right outside on the left. Could be. I probably wouldn't be all 8 stickies. Probably like 4 there. Maybe like 2 on the other side. 2 on like this staircase.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, everyone. Well, thank you for tuning in. That was a lot of fun. I will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for Street Fighter 6, and then Friday Night Mugen 2 hours later. There is a Pokemon TCG Highlander tournament the next day on Saturday. I won't be streaming that night, but I'll be back Sunday for TF2, so should be a lot of fun. Stay safe out there. Have a good one.